It's been 1 year, so that means it's time to taste our strawberry cider.
As she said, this is our strawberry cider. It's 14.3%. My first instinct when I saw that was, that's not cider, that's wine. But, you know, we called it cider, so whatever. And we're going to open it up.
So we're going to do things a little differently today, and so hopefully you're paying attention. If you're brand new to the channel or brand new to our tastings, I'm going to review some of the stuff that we're going to be doing today so that way you can be appraised. If you're a longtime viewer, thank you for joining us again, and this will be just a little refresher. We're going to start off with assessing this first by its color, what we see, second by its smell, what does our sense of smell, right? And third by its taste. Once we give you all of those indicators, we're going to score it 1 to 10. 1 being it's just awful and nobody should have that. 5 being, yeah, that's pretty good, I'll drink that. 10 being the angels are singing, the clouds parted, and it's just, whoa, you know, that sort of thing. So.
Color. Clarity. It's a little hazy.
It is a little hazy.
It's not bad.
And that may be part of my fault. I am notorious for being rough in transporting a beverage from place A to place B.
I don't know about that.
So it could be my fault.
I don't think so. Because these sit in my closet where we used to keep all the fermentations before. And you moved that earlier today. So, maybe. I don't know. But I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm a reckless, abandoned type person.
It was, yeah. She's not careful at all. It's in an amber bottle, so it's hard to tell if it was clear before, too.
Yeah.
By the way, if you see us scratching, it's because there's mosquitoes out here.
We're outside. Yeah, it's Florida.
Well, obviously we're outside. Yeah, and it's later in the day, so the mosquitoes are starting to come out. I sprayed some bug spray. I might have to do more. All right, so the color is actually really, really nice. Now, this is a cider.
It's pretty, yeah.
It's not a mead.
It's kind of peachy.
Yeah, it's got hints of the strawberry-ish color.
And like we said, it's a little bit cloudy, but I can still see through it. It's not like a mucky cloudiness.
It's like a 6 to a 7 on the clarity scale. I wouldn't say it's totally clear, but it's not like, you know, soup. My
visual assessment of its viscosity is it looks like, when you do the little swirl thing, it's clinging to the glass enough to make me think that there's going to be a pleasant sweetness to it. But as we have learned through our exploration of wines, legs really isn't that much of a tell of whether something's sweet or dry or not.
Doesn't mean a whole lot. There's a lot of controversy on legs, but realistically, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't actually have anything to do with it.
But it is pleasant that it does cling to the glass a bit, so there's that. Now to the smell.
I smell strawberries.
I smell wonderful, happy things.
Yeah, totally strawberry.
Now it's funny,
nicely sweet.
We have talked about strawberry beverages before, and we both have a shared memory of the strawberry shortcake dolls. Brian through his sister, me through a friend. I actually didn't own any myself.
Shocker, right? Derica did not own strawberry shortcake dolls.
No, I did not.
And now we're going to do the short sip, where you just kind of acclimate your palate to it, 14%. So, yeah, you know. And you just get it in, get it down real quick, and get your first impression. Wow. First impression is damn nice. That is quite fine.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
My first impression is similar to my visual inspection about the viscosity. And
see, that's the scratching.
It's going to have that sweetness to it. It definitely has that. But it also has the tartness that you often get from strawberries. So I appreciate that it's got the sweet-tart combo going on.
But it also has a little bit of tartness you get from apples, which is really nice. So it's the apple-strawberry combo.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. It's I get some sweetness, but I also get the acidity of both coming through in that tartness. Really nicely balanced. I needed another short sip. I wasn't quite acclimated yet. That was really good. So, long sip. She's already doing it.
So on my long sip, typically one of the first sensations you get is sweetness because that receptor is believed to be at the tip of your tongue. The receptors actually coat everything, but I'm not getting a strong sweetness up front. I am getting more juicy, fruity flavors than sweetness.
Yes, juicy, fruity. That is a perfect description of this. It's very juicy. The strawberry is there, but it's like that alcoholic strawberry thing. You know, it's definitely there's alcohol in this. 14%. This is no slouch.
And I think the juicy fruity thing is how both strawberries and apples can be at their perfect state of ripeness.
Yeah.
And still not be overly sweet.
Yep.
And so it's tasting very ripe, very flavorful, very juicy, but not that overly sweet part. And I think that's because of the strawberry and apple, they both share that quality.
I agree. So, would I cook with this? Probably not. I can't imagine putting this in many things. I mean, you can bake it into desserts. That's always a given when you have something like this. You can always bake it into a dessert of some kind. Like, I don't know, if you're making a strawberry cheesecake or something, you could probably cook this down and glaze it with it or something. I never see these things as cooking with so much as drinking with. This would be great with that aforementioned strawberry cheesecake.
Yes.
And most desserts, actually.
Yeah,
Fruits.
I think it would pair nicely with
The cheesecake would probably be the best. With regular food, a little iffy. It's too fruit forward, too strawberry to really work with most normal food.
There's
savory
a salad that they like to put fruit in. That I think would be awesome with this.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm with Brian. I can't really imagine too many things that I want to pair it with.
However,
alone,
it's really nice on its own.
It's lovely, and it's doing something different that most of our beverages do not do, and it's actually making me look forward to what's coming next. Spoilers!
What I get on the entrance is immediately slight tart, and then it goes sweet. Then I get the strawberry essence coming through. And then towards the end, it goes a little bit tart again, and I think I get just a hint of apple flavor. And then on the finish and the exhale, I definitely get strawberry, strawberry, strawberry. Like, just comes through really, really nicely.
I'm also getting a slight hint of a background note that my mind keeps bouncing back and forth between marshmallow and vanilla.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's like a vanilla marshmallow.
I wanted to say marshmallow, but now that you're saying vanilla, I think it's more of the vanilla. We're starting to get that back note a lot in our brews, and I'm not sure what's causing it. Could be the type of yeast we use.
Typically, a beverage such as this, if it was oaked, aged in an oak barrel, that's where we get those vanilla tastes from. But we don't do that. It's just been in a bottle for a year, so I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
So now it's time to give this a number.
Oh. Ooh. I need another taste. Well, I hadn't been thinking about a number. So I need another taste to refresh my memory on what this tastes like. It's very smooth.
It is very smooth, and it comes off as very simple, but if you think about it, it's not simple. So it's
almost too smooth. I think it needs a little bit more brightness for me. But it's not bad. Just needs a little bit.
Lots of times when things are registered as too smooth, it's either because it has too little alcohol, believe it or not, which is not the case for this.
No.
Or it's too low in acid. It's more of a base.
Yeah, I think this needs a little bit more.
So this might have needed a little touch of perhaps
citrus.
Lemon. I don't think I'd want to go orange.
No, lemon peel in this probably would have done it.
I think lemon would have been.
So that's going to affect my score a little bit. But it's not. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. This is still really nice, really drinkable.
And the acidity isn't really missing so much in the flavor, but as Brian was saying, the smoothness, the textural element of it.
It coats your mouth, but it's almost a little too much. It's not that cloying sweet because it's not overly sweet, really. But it definitely, there's something. It just needs a little extra. Just needs a tiny bit of a boost.
You got a number?
I think I got a number.
All right.
I think I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 6.5. That's funny.
Many of you are probably going, "Oh, they totally cheated. They couldn't fight it in each other." No, we did not. We just boom.
We didn't taste this beforehand.
Yeah.
You saw the whole thing,
and
I don't think we've done a cut yet. So maybe we have. I don't know.
Maybe we have. We haven't edited it yet. So what do we know?
Yeah.
I think we're both comfortable that this is a very flavorful, very enjoyable beverage, but it just has a little tweaking that could be to elevate it.
For a 1 year, it needs a little bit more to be higher than a 6. Excuse me. Needs a little bit more to be higher than a 6.5. Now, I know somebody's going to ask, could we have carbonated this? I don't really remember how we did it before, but yeah, of course we could have. I mean, even if we had to add like EC 1118 or some other champagne yeast to carbonate, sure you can. Would that improve this? I think it might.
And one of the reasons why it might improve it is that carbonation sometimes can trick your mind into thinking something is more sweet or something's more acidic. It's lots of different flavor profiles that it kind of...
Well, carbon dioxide can be rather bitter and acidic tasting, so I think that in this might have actually improved it a little bit.
Yeah.
And who knows, there's a million reasons why we didn't carbonate it the first time, but certainly you can if you chose to. But now we're going to test this on ice, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, narcisetto
We're on ice, yay! And by ice, of course, I mean our stainless steel whiskey glasses, stones, things, cubes.
And if you heard that whatever going by, sorry, there's a road, that way.
We aren't called City Steading for nothing. We're literally like walking distance from downtown St. Petersburg.
So. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's right. Let's taste this, shall we?
I think my prediction is chilling this is going to improve it a little. Or at least make it still quite nice. I was not wrong.
Bumped up the strawberry.
It really did.
It's more strawberry now.
I don't taste apple anymore. The bitterness is kind of stronger, like the tartness of the strawberry.
Yep.
It has that, makes you want to smack your lips kind of thing.
So it increased the mouthfeel, which was nice. It was unexpected.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's better. That's way better.
On ice is nice.
Yeah, that is way better. I like that a lot. Apparently she does too. So we're not going to give scores on the ice thing anymore. We're just going to do thumbs up, thumbs down. So basically thumbs up means we would raise our score, or, well, that doesn't really work either. So forget that I said any of that.
Basically, on ice, did it improve it, keep it the same, or lower the bar? I would say
it improved.
It improved it.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a point. Like it might be a 7.5 now, I think.
Now,
something like that.
We could be having a biased opinion of this right now because we're both really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's kind of hot and sweaty.
Of bugs and
there are
heat.
A ton of mosquitoes out here.
So that could possibly be swaying our vote, but we were getting flavors and a difference in flavor rather than just a difference in, oh, this is refreshing now because it's cool.
Yeah, it's not so much that it's refreshing. I thought it was kind of refreshing before.
Yeah.
But the flavors are definitely different. I'm definitely getting more of a, like, you want to smack your lips tang from the strawberries, which is really, really nice. Yeah, chilled, it makes it more complex. It actually brings more out of it, which is very unusual. Okay, most things when you chill them become less complex. It turns flavors off. With this, wow, it really brings the tartness of the strawberries forward, which was that little bit more of an acidic brightness that I really needed. Yes. And that, wow, that made it really, really good.
So our verdict on our strawberry cider is
Make this. Make this. Give it a year. And I mean, okay, we say this all the time, but time heals all brews, all right? And it's actually really true. Do you have to wait a full year? No, of course not. This was quite nice at a month or 6 weeks or whatever it was when we bottled it. But when you let a brew age, it gets that much better. It improves it. And it's because everything in it is always in flux. It's always changing. New compounds are being formed and destroyed and formed and destroyed. And it just constantly changes. So when we're tasting it at 1 year, this might not even be finished. This is just the snapshot of what it is now at 1 year. If we let it go 2 years, it might be different. 3 years might be different. Over time, you start to get diminishing results.
Yeah.
For meads, I know it's like between 1 and 3 years, depends on the mead itself. After about 3 years, you're not going to see that much difference anymore. And now you're risking spoilage because it is older. There's a lot more time exposed to the elements that could cause it to go bad. Now, if it's sealed properly, there's no reason why it should go bad, but it still could. So, try to consume them within 3 years. And because we've had a few people ask, like, long-term storage, and I always say, well, what do you mean by long-term? I had one person say they wanted 15 to 20 years, and I'm like, I don't think anything is good for 15 to 20 years. It just doesn't really make sense. So one thing that we'd like to say is thank you to all of our subscribers and anybody that watches our videos. So cheers to you. And if you like this video, look up. There's another one up there. You might like that one too.